gentlemen, welcome aboard this live launch with Hunky Dory TV. The crafting captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign and we are now cleared for takeoff. In preparation for launch, please ensure all of your troubles and worries are properly stowed. You won't be needing those today. Our flight time will be a craft-filled 60 minutes or more, and the Hunky Dory crew are now ready for departure. At this time, we ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our video presentation. Live launch takeoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have live launch liftoff.
Good morning everyone and welcome to this Jubilee Special of our Hunky Dory TV. My name is Natalie. I'm going to be a queen for the day and joining me on this very regal show today is Mrs. Cat Hollins. Hi Cat.
Hollis.
Hollis, why did you say Hollins then?
I don't know.
Hi Cat.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. But you are the queen, so you can say whatever you want. If you want to rename me, that's absolutely fine.
But we have lots of fun coming up today, including some quizzes, and we are going to run you through our downloadable freebies so you can get the house looking all fun for the Jubilee weekend. But first, let's take a look at this week's Win It Weekly. And this week we have 4 winners to win our most recent Dr. Diamonds papercraft pad and gemstones. Now these are those beautiful ombre gemstones in those deep tones. We've got pastel colours for you. We've also got those volcanic colours in those really deep blues and brown tones. So there's going to be 4 winners, but you have to answer a question, and that question this week is, which animal is famously, I can't speak today, famously associated with the Queen? Is it A, swans, B, lions, or C, corgis? Like, share and comment for your chance to be winning this on Friday's show. Okay, so let's get into it because we have some really fun stuff to show you. You might have spotted already a few jewels around the set. So we want you to try and count up as many possible, and then you are, I can't do it, can't do it. Right, we want you to find as many jewels as possible, count them all up, so you might have seen some already, you might see some while we move over to Cat. Then we want you to comment with how many jewels that you've seen throughout the show, and then you're going to win what Cat makes today. So it's a really fun show. So let's take a look at some of the freebies that you can download and craft at your leisure in the coming weeks. All you have to do is go to hunkydorycrafts.co.uk, pop over to the hub where you can have a look at the lovely blog that Gemma creates, and you will have access to all the downloadable files. Now there's a few downloadable files on there for you, so something for everyone. One of them is a SGV cutting file which makes this beautiful crown that I am showcasing today. We have digital stamps for you. We've got cupcake flags and colour your own bunting. So let's have a look in detail at what you're going to get, because Stacey has created these and they are so fun. These are your digital stamps. So what you can do is you can download all of these and then you can resize them however you want to. You can do this as simply as popping them onto Word and sizing them down. You can do it on Paint if you want to. You don't have to have any digital sort of files, but if you do have sort of studios that you use with your digital cutting machines, then you can pop the Queen in front of Buckingham Palace. You can sort of make lots of these different images, lay them all up, use the sentiments differently as well to create your own sort of stamped digital backgrounds, and then you can create beautiful cards from it. So we do have Buckingham Palace. We've got the Queen there looking all lovely with her sort of wave. We've got tea and scones, which I absolutely love, super fun to colour in. We've got the bus, of course, and then we have our soldier. So they are your digital stamps that you can now download from the hub. You can be making loads of different things. Then our cupcake flags, so these print out in A4, and then you can cut and colour them in as many as you like to. So if your street is one of those that is shutting down for the weekend, to have, I think it's just for the day, isn't it, that you can do it, to have those parties down the streets and celebrate the Queen, then you can be making cupcake flags for your Victoria sponge cakes, your butterfly cakes. Pop them in here. They're going to be really, really fun. And then we've also got for the houses, and we did this for the VE Day. We made some bunting like this. I think we still have it actually. We coloured it in and we popped it up outside the house. So you can also download the colour your own bunting A4 sheet. And obviously if you want to make them bigger, then you could print it off into A3. You can make these with the kids. They're going to have so much fun at crafting with all of these. So they're the three sort of things you can download. And then Kat,
yes,
we're going to come to you first because you're going to make something with the stamps, I believe.
I am, yes.
Oh, exciting.
I'm going to start with a party invitation. So, let me just move this out the way. I've been told I've got to do a bit of speed crafting today, so please bear with me if I'm rushing through things a little bit. So what I have done I've downloaded this and I've just put all this on Word. So as long as you've got a really basic program, you can open these up and you can still manipulate them. So what I've done with this one is I've drawn out, just using the guide shapes on the program, a 6" by 6" square, and then I've imported my stamp. I've made it bigger, sized it up, and then I've set it off the edge of the page and then cropped the image in.
How
so
cool
you end
does
up with
that
this.
look?
I've imported the sentiment, and I've also added this tea and scone on the bottom here. Now I am going to be cutting this away in a bit, but the reason I've done that will become clear later on.
Oh, okay.
So let's just add some detail onto this first. So I've started by adding a little bit of shadow around my cups and stuff. In fact, I'm going to cut this out first because I'm going to be using some gems, some pearls to bling this up a little bit rather than colouring in all the dots. So,
do you have any plans for the Jubilee Bank Holiday? Are you celebrating on your street?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't think we are. Not that I know of yet.
I think Anne-Marie's street definitely has the road closed and they're having a party. But let us know in the comments, what are you doing? Have you got plans with your neighbours to celebrate the Jubilee? What an amazing achievement it is, though, to have been the Queen for this long.
It is. 70 years. It's madness, isn't it? We can't even.
It's crazy.
Comprehend it. So I've just trimmed this down so it's 3 notches under the 6" because I am just going to mat and layer it up. So I'm just going to take 2 basic colours, you'll not be surprised, that are red and blue, and I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of detail to the teapot here. Now I've already put some shadow lines on to where I'm colouring now, which is absolutely fine because it will just automatically give you that depth when you colour it in.
They're so super fun to craft with, though. I've been working with some digital stamps yesterday, and it's really fun that you have the freedom to be able to sort of put them onto a system and then resize them, remake them a lot differently than you can when you just have our regular stamps. So there's a lot more fun things you can do with them, a lot more sort of bigger things you can do with them as well. So if it's something that you've never ever tried before, then definitely this is the time to do it.
100.
It's so super easy to do. You just need to log on to hunkydorycrafts.co.uk, pop over to the hub, and there's a blog on this specific event, the Jubilee, and then you can download all of those different items that we have for you. We have the SGV crown template, we have the digital stamps, the cupcakes, and the colour your own bunting.
So as you can see, I'm keeping this really, really simple, and then I'm going round with this blue.
We do have a good question here, actually.
A good question.
Yeah. What paper have you printed these off onto?
I've printed this onto our topper weight, but you can...
And the topper weight's a good size actually, because it's 200 GSM. So it's part of our printable range, which I think all starts with home, and then I think it's 101, 102. So that is the sort of code that you need for looking for all of that. But it's 200 GSM. It fits through any printer. I've printed on it at home, printed on it here at the office printer. So it will print through, and it's strong enough that you can still get really good coverage when you're colouring it in.
Absolutely, it takes the pens absolutely beautifully. So I'm just edging round in the blue just to make that pop out from the side. So I've just gone around the edge of the card, and then I'm just edging the image.
Oh, I love this. Myra says there's a parade in Bradwell on the sea, plus lots of stalls and tea. I like that. That's really nice. Tracy says, my daughter and I are going to be in Blackpool on the Thursday as lots of things are going on. Saturday we're having a family tea party. I like that.
So now I'm just going in with some of our pearls, and I think this is actually the festive selection, but as you can see, it's not just for Christmas.
Not just for
Christmas.
Christmas.
Taking the reds and the blues. I need to put some tea in this cup, it's annoying me.
I like using the pearls as well instead of colouring it all in. One, it saves time, but two, it makes it look really three-dimensional, which is really, really fun.
It really does. So then we'll just take the bigger ones to do the ones on the teapot. You don't have to be perfect.
Sharon says, we've planned a trip away in our caravan. I have the handmade bunting ready to decorate the inside and outside of the awning to get in the festive celebration, along with some Prosecco. I think it's a must, isn't it? There'll be so many people having fabulous tea parties across the weekend, which is the best way to celebrate, I think.
100%. So that comes together. Oh, there's just one down here. It'll drive me mad if I don't do it. And I'm just going to, if I put the right colour in. And I don't think I have. I was going to add some tea into my teacup.
Which ones do you want? Do you want the
just like a beigey, neutrally kind of
that
colour?
one would? It
perfect.
might be a bit dark. Depends how you have your tea. Now
Absolutely,
that's the question.
Yeah.
How do you like your tea? Emily often laughs at my tea because it's very milky. Dan in the morning makes me a tea that is not, I mean, I shouldn't really complain, he's making me a cup of tea anyway, but yeah, he doesn't put enough milk in, and I don't. A drop? No, you need at least, I'm trying to work it out, you need at least a couple of glugs. No. It depends. Also, it depends on how big your cup is. Now I have a very big mug, but yeah, a lot of milk is how I like my tea. Very milky and also very sugary. I'm a recipe for disaster.
So I've just popped that very smallest rectangle stitched edge die over here, and I'm just going to take out where I've put tea and scone. Just let me bring my plates in. Ooh, these are nice and fresh. I can't put it through now, can I?
We've got some tea talk
now.
now.
I've done this the wrong way round.
The tea.
Right, so we're just going to forget I've done that because I've put my gems on. I can't run it through my machine.
Oh no!
So what I will do
can you cut it out with your
yeah,
or your trimmer? Will it work in your trimmer?
I don't know. It might be a bit bobbly. We'll be fine. We'll do it with the craft knife. Don't know where my ruler is.
Viv has black tea with no sugar. I can drink black tea sometimes. I do quite like it. Janie's like me. I like my tea milky. June says it has to be Tetley. See, that's another question because I feel like there's nothing better than Yorkshire. Nothing better than Yorkshire tea. And we have Yorkshire tea in the office actually, which is is really good. We get those massive huge tea bags in. I know.
Okay, so the reason I was cutting that out of there is because I've done a second sheet that I'm just going to pop this over the top. And it was meant to look a little bit neater, obviously, but you get the eye.
I really like that. Just making a little panel for your sentiment.
And you can make it into a little pop-up or a little like
everyone's loving
flap.
This card, Cat.
And all I did was I put the same image on here, but I dulled it down. It was just so I could get my placement right when I was doing both of them. So this one is a little bit too tall. So we're just going to take a bit off the top here. As per usual, you want your under piece just that little bit smaller, just so it's not going to peek out on your carte blanche.
Myra says, proper tea, leave it brewed in a nice pot. In a large pot so it's nice and strong. I agree with that, but then you've still got to add loads of milk in. Tetley tea is the only thing for tea. No, Natalie, it has to be Yorkshire tea, but with only a teaspoon of milk. A teaspoon of milk.
Oh no.
Emma, that's a bit like Jen in the office, who only has like the tiniest bit of cordial in her juice. That stresses me out as well.
Makes it last a lot longer.
It's very true. Very, very true.
Jackson came to me with a cup of apple juice last night and said, goes, look Mum, I've made my own drink. And I went, have you diluted that? And he went, what do you mean? I said, have you put water in it? And he went, no. And he just like a full cup of diluted
of cordial.
Apple. It's like, okay lad.
Did he drink it?
No, oh God, no.
That would have been very tangy.
It makes me wonder how many times he's done it before though. That's what's worrying. So we pop this over the top now.
I love this. It's so cute.
It was meant to be cuter. I do
apologise. And if you are planning sort of like a Jubilee party, maybe round at the house or something in the garden with the family, then you can make them little invitations using these, which is a really sweet thing to do. Make them all little invitations up. Tell them the date, the time, what to bring. Sandwiches. What do you like on your sandwiches? Here's another question for you. If you were going to have afternoon tea, what would you have? I'm going to go for traditional ham and cheese. Obviously on gluten-free bread.
And then just to finish it off, I've done the same again. I've taken the scan image and I've just cropped this down because I want it coming off the other side. And I do apologise that today's the day that they've decided to give my makes away, because this one's turned into a bit of a disaster because I'm rushing.
It's okay.
So I will reconfigure it for you before I send it out, I promise.
No, we've had a few. Yeah. We've had a few comments. We've also had a few people saying that they can't really see because we're obviously at demo, which is very true. You won't be able to see right now. I think there's about maybe 10. I'm not sure. Maybe. I'd go with a guess of around that number. So there we go. We'll have to see.
So
that is really cute.
On. I really wish this was neater, but I just did it the wrong
way around.
I do apologise.
Trying to save time with the rush. But that is a fantastic card, and made using our amazing downloadable stamps that Stacey's created, all for our Platinum Jubilee party. So you have all of these stamps, including 3 sentiments and 6 of those very British images there as well. So next up, we have something a little bit different for you. So as well as being the queen for the day, I'm also now Quizmaster, and we have a very royal quiz for you. So here is our very royal quiz. Are you ready? Question number 1. What was Prince Philip's nickname for the Queen? A. Lizzie, B. Queenie, or C. Cabbage? Cabbage? Let me see. Oh, I think it's on here. What do you think, Kat?
Oh, I don't know. It could be any. Cabbage is standing out to me for some reason. I don't know
We'll
why.
have a look what people are saying in the comments. Comment. What do you think? A, B, or C? First person to guess the right answer can win this round. A, B, or C? What was Prince Philip's nickname for the Queen? Are we going to give the answer out? Yeah. Oh, we've got a winner. We've got a winner. Janie, you are the first person to comment. It is C. It's cabbage.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that on The Crown or something like that.
Oh yeah, I love that programme. The next season's out soon. Number 2, the Queen appeared alongside which actor in the opening ceremony of London 2012?
I know this
I remember
one.
this.
Yeah.
This was really good. Okay. I'm watching. So the Queen appeared alongside which actor in the opening ceremony of London 2012 Olympics? Oh, A. We've got an A. Patricia. Patricia, you are the winner of this question. It is A. It is Daniel Craig. Next up, what was the name of the dog the Queen was gifted for her 18th birthday? A. Truffle, B. Lady, or C. Susan? This is a good question. I love funny dog names.
I've heard this question before, but can I remember the answer? Not a chance.
Let's see who's guessing over on YouTube. What was the name of the dog the Queen was gifted on her 18th birthday? A. Truffle, B. Lady, or C. Susan?
I want it to be Susan.
Oh, Barbara Parker on YouTube, you are the winner of this question. Susan.
Yay!
Susan is, what a good dog name. Okay, question number 4. What does Her Majesty keep in a Tupperware box and enjoy at breakfast time? Is it A. Cocoa Pops, B. Special K, or C. Shreddies?
Hilarious.
What, that she just eats normal breakfast?
Yeah.
Well, it's very British breakfast. Cocoa Pops, Special K, or Shreddies? Lots of comments coming in. We've got a few with the right answer on YouTube. Let's have a look on Facebook. Okay. We've got a couple. I'm going to go and tell you now because a few more are coming through now with the right answer. It is B, Special K. I wonder if she has it with fruit in. Do you think so? Okay, question number 5. Which nation presented the Queen with a pair of sloths?
No, if that's not a reason to be the Queen, nothing else is.
A pair of sloths. I wonder where they live. Do you think they still live in the country that they're from? And they're just the
Maybe.
queens, like when you sponsor an elephant. Is there that type of a job? So, which nation presented the Queen with a pair of sloths? A. Peru, B. Brazil, or C. Serbia? Lots of people guessing. Lots of people guessing how many jewels there are as well. The answer to this question, because a lot of people are guessing, but I don't know if people have got the right answer for this actually. A lot of people are guessing A, Peru. The answer is in fact B, Brazil, so congratulations. We've got a few. Marion, B, Brazil. So that is the answer. Brazil presented the Queen with a pair of sloths. Question number 6. Which of these actresses won an Oscar for her portrayal of the Queen? Now we know the answer to this one. Actually, I don't. I thought it was someone else. It wasn't the Oscars, was it? It was was it the Golden Globes? It was recent anyway. Which of these actresses won an Oscar for her portrayal of the Queen? A. Kate Winslet, B. Judi Dench, or C. Helen Mirren? What do you know what film this was, Emily?
I think it was The Queen.
Was it? Is that the name of the film?
Not to
lots
give
of
any
people getting the
spoilers
right
away.
answer in over on YouTube. It is C, Helen Mirren. So congratulations to those. Okay, question number 7. What other language besides English does the Queen speak fluently? I think I need Queen speech lessons. So what other languages besides English does the Queen speak fluently? A, Italian, B, German, or C, French?
I didn't know that. I don't know.
It's not an odd one because it's kind of the closest out of the 3. There we go. And so many people are guessing this one right as well. So congratulations. If you put down French, she speaks French fluently. And then the final question, number 8, quite an easy one, this one. How many grandchildren does the Queen have? Is it A, 6, B, 8, or C, 10? How many grandchildren does the Queen have?
Ooh.
You counting?
Yeah. It's not
Counting up
getting
in your
confused
head.
with great grandchildren.
I know, I started counting great grandchildren and then I was like, no,
We'll
it's
be here
grandchildren.
forever. She's got quite a few of those.
What is the answer? A, 6, B, 8, or C, 10? Lots of people guessing 10. Lots of people guessing 10. Some 6s. We do have an answer that is correct. Some other people also were counting great grandchildren. No, it was grandchildren, and she has 8.
Yeah.
8 grandchildren, not great grandchildren. I think great grandchildren now. She must have about 11. She's got a lot of great grandchildren. So that is the quiz for today. So thank you for taking part in our very royal quiz. Okay, next up we have, let's repeat our Win It Weekly and then we'll go over to Kat for another demo. So this is this week's Win It Weekly. This is the question that really matters, people. To be in with the chance of winning our Dots to Diamonds papercraft pad and Diamond Sparkles multi-buy. There's going to be 4 winners. You need to answer this question. Which animal is famously, why can't I say that word today? Famously associated with the Queen? A, swans, B, lions, or C, corgis? Like, share and comment on this video or any throughout the week to be in with a chance of winning this, and we will announce those 4 winners on Friday's show. Okay, let's go over to our next demo.
And Kat's panicking again because she's realised she's not brought a flesh colour in for the face. Okay, I've started, and what I've done, we've taken this beautiful soldier and I've sized him up quite large. I think he's actually about 5 inches tall. And what I want you to do is you want to do 2 of these, and what we're going to aim for is something that looks like this at the end, and we want 2 of our little soldiers. So I'm going to carry on colouring this one in.
We've got those ones, but
We'll
I
have a
don't
look.
think
I'll
those
make it
ones-
work. It's the right one.
This one. We've got it. It's the neutrals pack.
Good. Amazing.
This is the one that we need.
I had to top up a lot of my pens this morning. I was telling Natalie when I came in, when I was doing my prep at home on Monday, and I was just using so much red. I was running out of everything, and I was like, I really need to top up, and it's just made me forget to get my skin colour
other
out.
colours.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm just colouring in the jacket all the way round with, this is the 513.
And remember, if you're wanting to colour these in with any of your other colour mediums, if you're wanting to watercolour your flags to make them really stylised and fancy, then you can also print this onto our watercolour cardstock, and then you can use your brush markers, you can use your pencils, anything that you have to hand, you can colour in these really fun characters in.
You can have so much fun.
I love the little soldier though. He's very cute, isn't he?
Oh, it's so cute. Both him and the main lady herself that you showed before. I've already done her to show you later in the demonstration, and she just looks so fab when she's
love
coloured
the fact
in.
that she's got her her well-known handbag.
Absolutely.
Her
What would the
little
Queen be
handbag.
without a handbag? She probably carries round her Special K in it just to have a little snack on when
Just
she's
in case.
when she's feeling a bit peckish. So I'm just adding some depth to the jacket with the darker reds now, and just to blend them back in, I'll go in with this. And again, please feel free to take much more time with this at home.
Very, very cute.
I'm just going in so all those colours bleed into each other. And as you'll see, the only thing I did, I made this image larger, sized it up, copied and pasted it, and then mirrored it, so we've got the salute going in 2 different directions. So we'll take this, just double check before I commit it's the right one. So we're just going to go in, and we're just going to go around the eye just to keep the white in. And I like to go a little bit heavier just under the hat, just to give that shadow coming down. Just go back in.
I think one thing that people are a little bit scared of when you're colouring in with pens like this is sort of like your skin tone colours, but that neutrals pack is perfect for this, and it's really good to layer up the different colours as well, and just use single colours to create that sort of depth from the characters. It's really quite good.
Absolutely. And what you've just seen me do there is I've just taken the 557 just to add that little bit of cheek glow, because I think that really just adds to
the character,
it. Does, and it works so well with this kind of style. So we've gone in with a bit of 411 just to add those gold details, and then we're going to go back and work on our black and grey areas. So I've put a base down on all the areas that we want to be black and shades of grey of this cool grey 4. So I'm just going to go in and build these up now. So I'm going over with the cool grey 5.
And when you're using colours like your blacks and things, and you're wanting to create shadowing, this is a great way to do it.
Absolutely. And even though I am going to cover up most of that cool grey 4 that's underneath, it just, when you blend them together, it just gives you a much more rich texture at the end. I'm going to take the chisel end and just go over the bulk of this hat, because I do want to get some kind of texture in there. If you go in just with the solid black, you are going to, it's just going to be a little bit too heavy.
I love watching these come to life. It's so fun to watch the build-up layer and the definition and depth being created.
Now we've gone to the cool grey 8, and I'm just going to go around the outsides with this one. Just hit this all around the outside. And I know this looks really, really messy, but when you start blending it in with the other colours, it all comes in. So we'll keep going back down, working these colours down the trousers. Make his shoes a little bit darker on the inside. And I look like I've gone a bit crazy at the moment because these are so handy, but I promise you when we go back in and blend them in, so back with the Cool Grey 5, and it starts to make a lot more sense. I feel under pressure now because Emily said that we're giving these away and I'm like, oh no. Usually where I'd just say, right, okay, we'll stop and you can imagine the end result. I want to make sure it looks okay.
It's going to look fab. You can already see like those, that mix of colour that you've created there.
So put these little ear bits in, come down here. Make his pants look a little bit more uniformed.
Have we had any people that have got the right answer for how many jewels are on the show, Emily?
I've only seen 2 people get it right.
Only 2 people. Well, we'll have to see about that.
Okay, and we're nearly done. So I'm just going to colour in this little gap around here. Me being me, I'm going to take my little white gel pen and just put a little reflection in his boots because it just makes all the difference. Right, Natalie, can I hand that to you to cut out? Of course. While I move on to the next bit. So let me tidy up. What I've also done is I've done the little queen, and we've added some little. It was a little bit too fussy to cut the pearls out on top of a thing, so I've just added a few gems on the top. That one's just popped off, but we can fix that.
So fancy.
And then I've taken the bunting image and I've cropped it, so I was left with just one, and then I've made it smaller, so you can take them into your programs and manipulate them. You don't have to use them exactly as they are. And then I've cut those out and I've cut them down. And what we're going to make is a cake topper. I thought something a little bit more fun, but something we would definitely use. So I've just taken our very largest nesting oval die. This is the stitched edge one. And I'm going to cut this twice out of Silver Mirri.
Isn't it so fun as well sometimes to craft for an event like this?
It really is. Let me see some plates.
Are they there?
Do you know, today we are not having... Let's turn it on. There we go. So here's the first one that I've already cut. And I'm just going to start layering these up onto the top.
Oh my goodness, this is going to look so cool.
I think we're all just too giddy, aren't we? It's getting us in the party spirit and we want to celebrate now. So I'm just going to stick these 2 down with construction glue, just so it gives me that little bit of wiggle room while I get the angles of my flags right. So I'll have one coming off the edge here and just layer the other one over the top. So we pop them 2 down. I'm going to add our little soldiers to the back.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Just at the right time. I was going to go really extra and get a cake to bring in today that I could pop this in the top of, and
that
then
would
I
be
just
cool.
completely...
But also, we just eat it.
Completely ran out of time. So I'll add our 2 little soldiers to either side. And then we'll put Queenie in the middle. And we'll bob her on double foam pads just so she stands front and centre, as she rightly should.
This is so fun.
So we can pop her in the middle.
I love this.
And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of barbecue skewers. It's going to annoy me, I need to get this gem back on. And we're just going to take these, they're probably a little bit long, but you get the idea. I'm just going to break them down a little bit. Nobody can see the mess in the middle. So I'm going to pop these on here. I would advise that you use some red liner tape, but just for speed.
Yeah, just to secure them down.
Just for this today. So we're going to go in there, and if you've got a bit more time you can decorate the back exactly the same as the front, or maybe add different decoration on the back. So I'm just going to take some foam pads just so it gives that little bit of lift, so we've got room for the skewers. Pop on our back, cover up that. Obviously,
working.
when you're not rushing like me, take a little bit more time and make sure your foam pads aren't sticking over the top.
But if you're going to do it on both sides,
Yeah, it won't matter anyway.
it won't matter.
And then you'll end up with something like this.
I absolutely love
That's
that.
what I made it
I
too
think that is
tall
the
again.
best thing
that you
I've
could pop
ever
in
seen.
the top of your cake.
How cool are those characters? And the Queen, she looks so fun right in the middle of that. That would look so good on a massive layered Victoria sponge with loads of strawberries on the side. Oh my goodness. So that is another thing that you could be making with our downloads. We also have, and I've got them here to show you, this one is what those really cool cupcake toppers look like. We've got another fun card, Cat's resized all the different elements onto this to make a invitation card for you there, and then this one as well with Buckingham Palace front and centre on there. Super cute. I think we've got time for maybe one more demo.
Very,
do you think that we
very
can do
quick.
it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll try.
let's go back to Cat and we'll do another demo.
So what I've done with this one, getting to see a lot of it up front, it's just going to be colouring. I've taken the bunting, but I've manipulated it a little bit by adding in the digi stamps. So I've just taken a generic oval shape from the programme that I was using and put that onto the stamp, and then put the digi stamps in the centre,
and it
just
looks
to
so
add that little
fun.
bit more detail. So we've got the little bit of Buckingham Palace there, we've got the Let's Celebrate, and we'll just finish off our Queen here. And I've coloured this one in with our pencils. So I'm not going to lie to you, if you are wanting to colour in your bunting with pencils, set yourself aside a little bit of time, because it's not going to be the quickest job in the world. Just making sure. So I'm just going to finish this off. So I've just got these last blue and red sections to
I love
do.
how you've still got so much dimension in that though.
Well, that's it. I've just built up the colours by
Looks amazing.
going in. And I really liked on the surface I was colouring in on my desk at home. It really just give it this almost kind of like fabricy texture.
It does,
as I
it
was
looks
colouring
incredible.
it in.
Do we have any prospects for our winner the winner of...
I do know.
Do we do?
Ooh.
Oh. We're going to announce the winner at the end of the show. How many jewels have you seen throughout the show? Maybe just around. How many of those jewels have you seen? Would you like to be in with the chance of winning Cat's fantastic Jubilee mix from today? Then comment for your chance to win.
You know. So I'm just going in then with the dark blue and just deepening up those edges.
It's only so
Just
slight, isn't it?
together.
But it makes so much of a
Oh,
difference.
it really, really does, yeah. And then you can just go over and blend that in. So we do exactly the same with our last red section here. Sorry, I sharpened my pencils right to the brink before I came in.
Such a fun thing to do, and such a fun thing to get all the young people involved in decorating the house, making fun things. What other it would be good to know if you've made any other things for the Jubilee. Maybe you've been sewing, maybe you've been crocheting, maybe you've been using your Adorable Scorable and pattern packs to make different types of bunting. Let us know what you've been doing for the preparations for the Jubilee and what you're going to be doing over that weekend as well.
Are you doing anything, Natalie? Sorry if you said before and I was just been not
Funnily
listening
enough,
because I've been rushing.
The Jubilee weekend, I'm going to be celebrating another queen in my life. My friend is getting married in August, so we're having her hen party over that weekend actually. So lots of Prosecco will be drunk. Lots and lots of Prosecco shall be had over that weekend.
Yeah, my friend's getting married that weekend as well, so that's what...
You're going to be at a wedding?
We're going to be at a wedding.
Well...
So we'll just go in. I do think I added another red when I was doing this at home, but you get the idea. So let's just finish our little queenie off. And we went green last time, but I think lavender is another one of her favourite colours.
She has some impeccable outfits. Her outfits are something else. They always are so vibrant and happy and stand out.
She's not afraid of a bit of colour, is she?
No, she loves like a fuchsia pink or a bright purple or green. And she pulls it off. I think she's the only person in the world that could possibly pull off those colours.
Nobody would ever tell her any different though, would
No,
they?
this is
to be
true.
fair. But she does. She rocks it. So we'll just go in with a dark purple for here. And I do promise before I send these out, I will. I didn't know. I feel that bad. I didn't know that I was sending them to anyone. And she always has matching shoe. That's what always things me as well.
Always.
How does she always find these matching shoes?
She's just a queen. People still putting their guesses in for how many gems they can spot around the studio. We've got 14, 8. We've got a lot of guesses for sort of 9 and 10.
Forgot her ears. I always forget the ears.
Debbie says we have some decorations in the village. Someone in the village who puts crocheted decor on our post boxes. She has a stunning royal crown up recently. It's so impressive. That's really cool.
That is so cool. So we just build up the depth in this crown just by darkening up our yellows each time. Let's go going to go with a little bit of this pale brown just to add some shading. And then again, you could stick some gems on there if you wanted to, just to finish it off. And as you can see, I've just put like a cast of like a blue shadow around the outside. So then all we have to do is, if you take your red liner tape, and we can find the end. So I'm going to place this just under the score line. On each one. Take that off. And there's lots of different ways you could do this. You could cut off the tab at the top and put yourself some hole punches through if you wanted to. There's so many fun things you could do with this. I thought about the large characters that I did before. If you, like I said, if you mirror them, you can stick them back to back and make some like little hanging decorations. If you've got like a tree outside your house and things like that.
That would be really, really cool.
You could laminate them so they're a little bit more waterproof. You could create like colouring in pages if you're doing...
Someone said that, colouring in pages for the garden party.
Right, what I would do again is put some more tape on the top there just to stick the bits down, but I know we are struggling for time, so you can just pretend that that's what we've done, and you end up with this really cute...
Apologies while I'm dying in the background. That is adorable. I absolutely love it. And another way of combining both the stamps and that printed out sort of A4 stamp set is really, really fun. So if you would like to be crafting along for the Jubilee, then head over to our hub and download all of these projects and send us in what you've made as well, because we would love to see it. This is all we have time for today though. So next up on Hobby Maker, we have a show on Sunday. I'm going to be down there with a brand new Moonstone die concept card, and then I'm going to be showing you some fun things to do with your Forever Florals lavender collection as well. And then Rebecca is returning from our holidays for some fun on Hunky Dory TV tomorrow morning, so don't miss that. Do we have a winner for Cat's Cards?
We do.
Who is the winner?
It's Tracy Atwood.
Tracy Atwood, congratulations to you. You have won Cat's fantastic makes for today. So if you send us a little message with your address on, we'll get those posted out to you. Congratulations. The answer was 10?
11.
11. There was 11. You can see some of them around. We've got one here. We had a sneaky one at the beginning, but congratulations. We will get all of those makes sent out to you. Thank you everyone for watching today. It's been really, really fun, and we've had a great time being with you as well, and we will see you all tomorrow morning.